Right. So, alright, so as you can see, if we go here, we're going to go back to the stove for a minute because these ash browns about ready to flip. You can see we got browning around the edges here, right? So that gives us a good indication of what the colour is underneath here. So that's how we know when it's time to flip these, right? So we're just going to take our spatula, make sure we're unstuck, make sure we're not stuck to the pan anywhere. There we are. Just give her a little flip like that. Press her back down like so. And tell me that's not going to be like perfect hash browns. You can't tell me that's not going to be perfect hash browns because it is. It's going to be perfect. You're coming over for dinner, all right? Yeah, absolutely. For dinner, we're going to have that catfish fry up. It'll be quite good. Oh, let's see. 1-0, and there's the time on the accent. Right. All right, thank you so much for the timer, Devils. For the timer, for the accent, for the redemption, for the London. You know the thing. Thank you for the thing. I appreciate you. Let's see. Let's go ahead and set our timer up for. Let's go for another 10 minutes. We got to keep our eye on these quiches because I really don't know in mini format how long they're going to take to cook. We're going to find out. Has to work tonight, so unfortunately you can't come. All right. Rain check then. Let's. All right, we've definitely had enough time for that to cool down now. Who else do we need a shout out for? How about Lizzie? And then I don't know if Pops is still around or not, but we definitely go give Pops a shout out because Pops is awesome too. But anyway, so for right now, it's Lizzie. Lizzie is the heart above chat. Click that heart if you want to follow Lizzie. Lizzie's a fantastic little variety streamer and gamer, and she and her sister both stream. That's Lizzie Gamer and Glitch the Dragon. There may or may not be a the in Glitch, but anyway, they both stream and they're both fun, friendly people. Oh, Shayna popped in right when I flipped that beautiful brown patty. Awesome. Welcome in, Shayna. Thank you so much for joining. Appreciate you as always. How are you today? I know I caught up with you a little bit during yoga. Always good to see you. Let's get some heat going on our cast iron because we're going to need that to make pancakes. Let's look up. Oh, okay, so the pie's got to go for 45 minutes. Those hash browns are going to be done way early. Well, full size, it has to go for 45 minutes. So like I said, we got to keep our eye on it, but I don't think that 15 is going to get it done. Pie. Quiche. You know what I mean. I was just going based off of how long it takes to bake a pie in that pie crust. So that crust is going to take pretty close to that long anyway. Trying to keep cleaning the house for company. Oh, thanks, Lumen. Shayna's gone to lurk. Thank you very much for the lurk, Shayna. Good luck with your cleaning. Okay, let's see. try a test. It's time to try a test pancake, guys. Okay, let's go over to the stove here. And we'll go ahead and slide these hash browns out of the way. Slide our cast iron in the way. Looks like I need to level my stove, doesn't it? Okay, pancakes. That's what we're doing. We're gonna need more butter than that. That's a big old pan. All right, so got a good butter coating. Let's make sure it's all nice in the middle because that's where we're going with the batter for the test pancake. Yo, what's up, Hobo? How you doing? Making steak and eggs? I am not. I'm making butternut squash pancakes, mini quiches, and hash browns. Which our hash browns are happily just hanging out in our pan over here. How you doing, Pobo? How you been? So, pancakes working. 2 minutes left on our first quiche timer, and you know what? They're starting to set. We might be able to do it in half an hour, maybe. So that's the first 15 minutes. We're not doing too bad. We're not doing too bad. So, back to the stove. Our heat's getting a little bit carried away. Let's pick it up, disperse some of it. I can smell it just because it's over toasting the butter a little bit before this is cooking through. So this first one may turn up burnt. We'll see. Am I gonna hot sauce on the hash browns? Probably. Probably. I've got my fermented garden jalapeno hot sauce that I really like. This is about all that remains of it. Well, of course I shake it up and then, but it's down to here in case you can't see. But that's a 2-year fermented jalapeno hot sauce. It's just kind of the right temperature. It's the right flavor. It's great on just about everything. All right, so you can see the bubbles here in the edges have started to set. It's probably ready to flip. Yep. Yeah, and you see it just got a little bit hot, just a little overdone. Not bad. Not really too bad. But you see these crispy fry edges? These are my favorite part of any pancake in the whole wide world. These little edge crunchy pieces. Oh, c'est magnifique. And the way you get that is by having too much fat in the pan and making sure that whenever you put it in there, there's a good layer down, and then make sure once you flip it that you get all that extra fat to just kind of go up and around your pancake for a little bit, and it'll kind of fry those edges. Okay, again, that's probably not ready. Yeah, no, that's not ready yet. So we'll go for another, let's set another 10 minutes. Check it there. These little crispy edges are my absolute favorite thing in the whole wide world. So last move before we pull it out of the pan, I'm going to just roll it around the edge, try and get as much of that fry bread texture as we can. That's beautiful. Look at that. Gorgeous. Those are going to come out really nice, I think. All right, so we will continue to fry up pancakes. You can see the center of my pan's pretty hot. The edges aren't too bad. The center's kind of perfect. So I want to go ahead and try and melt all of the butter in the middle so that it cools it down a little better. And then this batter will cool it off even more. So hopefully we get that temperature down a little bit. Because I've turned the temperature on the burner down, but cast iron carries a bit of extra thermal energy because it's so heavy. Beautiful. Perfecto. You're going to make a military hamburger. What, pray tell, Pobo, is a military hamburger? You just going to give your hamburger a buzz cut? Oh, you got the recipe from a Navy cook. All right. You should take pictures and put it up in the Discord. I don't know. I don't know that I've ever seen anything from you in the Discord. Have I? Thank you, Mrs. Ellis. I was just about to do the same, and then I saw you beat me to it. That is a beautifully seasoned cast iron, in case you can't tell. Oh, of course you can't tell because you were staring at my back instead of the stove. But look, see it sliding? Alright, so that's telling me that that's ready to flip. There we go, and that should fry that pancake up nicely. We're looking at 4 minutes left on our 10-minute timer for our quiches. I hesitate to open the oven, but really they look pretty good. I think I just want to wait until I see just a little bit of browning on top. I'll take you guys over to see that here in just a second. Let me try and clean off some of my kids' fingerprints before I show you the front of that stove again. It's always so fingerprinty, because, I mean, I have a toddler. What are you going to do? How are we doing here, pancake? Beautiful. Look at this, guys. Look at these pancakes, y'all. These are looking fire. Grab a bit more butter. See, we're at just the right temperature now where it still sizzles the butter, but it's not scorching it. It's perfect. And I don't mind a little bit of brown butter that you see pooling up around here in the outside, because that brown butter is actually going to really complement that butternut squash quite well. Brown butter butternut squash is kind of something you see on a lot of fancy menus quite often. Usually it's butternut squash, brown butter, and sage. Ask me how I came up with the flavor profile for my mystery meal on Friday. I was like, hell, I got the squash, I got the sage. We got butter. Let's make it happen. Let's put it in pasta. You know what I did forget, though? I was very disappointed in myself because I found mushrooms in the fridge and I wanted to use them. And I did not in that pasta. I wanted to do some fresh mushrooms in that pasta too. That'd have been good. Is that Jade laying in the corner? Yeah, that's Jade, right here. And Ruckus, they're kind of laying butt to butt on a pile of blankets that they just decided to make their home whenever I'm in this kitchen. All right, let's take take you down here to see these quiches. They're not looking bad, guys. There's an angle where you should be able to see it. Not looking too bad, right? We're getting there. Oh, right. More shout outs. More shout outs. Okay, so this one, guys, this is a big shout out. I really like Pops a lot. If you guys don't already follow Pops Cockles, for real, you absolutely should. He's one of my favorite variety streamers. He does a lot of gaming with, like, let's see, I think he's been on a Pikmin kick lately, but I've seen him play Zelda, some Japanese samurai fishing game. He's all over the board. But he also does some cooking stuff, and he is insane in the kitchen. I love watching him cook because honestly, and I've watched people make food for decades. I've made it professionally. I've been around people in the industry for just ever. And I still don't know what the hell he's going to do. It's unpredictable is a great way of saying it. Oh shoot, here I am talking to the camera and you ain't even up here. But anyway, it's so much fun to watch Pops do his thing. He's a good character. Good dude. Follow him. It's free. So back to the stove we go for our next to last pancake. And again, we're just moving that grease back and forth to kind of fry the edges. Because this is just my favorite part of any pancake. Okay, now what's left? Check our quiches. I think we're getting that browning that I want. We are. Let me give them a jiggle. See how we did. See if they're done yet. So, when you're dealing with quiche, the center should be set like kind of like a jello. When you give it a jiggle, if it looks like soup, it still needs to go. That still needs to go a little bit. So we'll give it another.